Are you the same Wogglebug who wrote Flight Patterns of the North Munchkin Tooth Sparrow?
The very same. You've read my book?
No, but it's on my shelf, right next to Mating Calls of the Gillikin Centipede.
You've bought my books but haven't read them.
Well, not exactly. I found them in a box on the street.
I see.
Good afternoon, Good evening, everybody. Ollamh here, and welcome back to Emerald City Confidential. Yeah, there's a red button shining here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Alright, the plaque, Professor H.M. Wogglebug, T.E., Royal Educator. That's highly magnified Wogglebug, thoroughly educated. I've read the books. Journey to self-discovery starts with a single step. True. All seekers of knowledge welcome. Well, I am seeking knowledge. That is very definitely true.
So this is what education looks like. Can't say I'm impressed.
So, Mr. Wogglebug.
Hello.
Welcome to the Temple of Learning. I am Professor H.M. Wogglebug, T.E., at your service.
Wogglebug? Are you the same Wogglebug who wrote Flight Patterns of the North Munchkin Tooth Sparrow?
The very same. You've read my book?
No, but it's on my shelf, right next to Mating Calls of the Gillikin Centipede.
You've bought my books but haven't read them.
Well, not exactly. I found them in a box on the street.
I see. Did you want something?
Well, yes, Ansel.
I'm looking for someone. Can you answer a few questions?
Answering questions is what I do best, my dear.
Good. Coffee. Do you know a man named Ansel?
Do you know a man named Ansel?
Perhaps. What is his field?
Field?
Anthropology, science, literature?
I don't think he's involved in any of those.
Then I haven't heard of him.
Oh.
Here's this photograph. Do you recognize him?
Come to think of it, yes I do. It looks like one of Cutter's fellows.
Right. Good?
Cutter? What do you remember about Ansel?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I remember him doing some odd jobs for Cutter, but that's all.
Do you know where he is?
where Ansel is now?
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Let's talk about something else.
Right.
About this university.
My favorite subject.
Can I enroll?
I'm afraid the waiting list is quite long. If you submit an application, we'll review it in 5 years' time.
What do you teach here?
Teach?
Yeah, that's a long time.
My dear, we do not do anything so crass as teaching. We learn.
What's the difference?
Why waste time teaching old subjects when the world is full of new things to discover?
That's pretty efficient.
It's the future.
Where are all the students?
They are off learning something, of course, contributing to the fountain of knowledge that is the Royal University.
Let's talk about something else.
Right.
What
How
is
about
this
the machine?
Ah, you are interested in my knowledge pharmacy?
Knowledge pharmacy.
All the wisdom and knowledge of the past in pill form. Our students simply take one of these pills and the knowledge pops right into their eager little minds. So much more efficient than the old, outdated methods of teaching.
That was weird. I'd like a
knowledge pill.
I'm afraid you aren't enrolled here, so you
Oh.
aren't authorized to use the machine.
Let's talk about something else.
Fine. This Cutter
Who
fella.
is Cutter?
He works here. He organizes these field trips, I suppose you can call them. I think they are foolish, but we are a university, and I suppose there is some value in it.
Yeah.
Is Cutter here?
Yes, I believe he is. He recently got back from an expedition.
Could I speak to him?
I don't see why not. Cutter, come out here.
Yes, Professor?
This young lady would like to ask you a few questions.
Oh, sure. Whatever you need.
Is Cutter a professor?
Is Cutter a
I
professor?
don't think so.
Like you.
Oh, heavens no. He's my assistant. A very capable one, although he does have his head in the clouds.
How long has he been here?
How long has Cutter been here?
Oh, years. He came here as a student. He couldn't afford the tuition, so he offered to work as my assistant. 5 years later, he's still here. Quite indispensable.
Let's talk about something else.
Is there anything else? Nope.
Thanks, Professor.
So
I'll be back.
Let's
Good
take a
evening
look
to you.
at some of these portraits.
I read stories about the wizard when I was a kid. He used to rule the Emerald City. I wonder where he is now.
Lying in a ditch somewhere, drunk off his ass? I don't know.
Ozma again. That reminds me, I need to buy more darts.
Dude.
Modesty is not one of the professor's virtues.
True. But he does, yeah. He does look like his own picture.
Glinda was the Witch of the South back in the old days. Last I heard, she was killed during the Phanphasm War. But
Yeah.
I don't believe everything I hear about witches.
Witch of the South, not the good witch of the North. What's down the hall?
Please refrain from going that way. Only key staff are allowed back
I just
there.
wanted to see
Sorry.
who this picture was, but all right,
The
fine.
plaque says D. Lewis Gilbert. Never heard of him. He can't be that important. The plaque says L. Frank Baum. Not sure who that is, but I feel like I owe him a lot.
Yeah, you probably do.
So your name is Cutter?
Yes, and your name?
Petra. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. What can I help you with?
I
I'm
need to
looking
know
for
about
a man
Ansel.
named Ansel. Do you know him?
Ansel? Tall man? Mustache?
That's him.
Yes, I knew him.
Knew him.
He disappeared on a recent expedition of mine. He hasn't returned yet.
Well, what can you tell me about him?
Tell me about Ansel.
He was an adventurous sort. He joined my expedition because he liked to travel.
Expedition.
A historical expedition. I organize expeditions to uncover items of historical significance.
A waste of university money is what they are.
Please, Professor.
And the connection?
What is your connection to Ansel?
He worked for me, that's all. He liked to travel, so he was always the first to sign on to whatever expedition I organized. He didn't ask for much money either.
That's odd for somebody who, supposedly had money problems every so often. Well, where is he now?
Where is Ansel now?
I don't know. He joined an expedition to the Gillikin country several months ago. I haven't heard from them. I'm afraid they're lost.
Ansel is back in the city.
He is?
According to my client, yes.
And you're looking for him?
I'm doing my best.
I wonder. Who asked you to look for him?
I can't tell you that.
Are you close to finding him?
Something about this line of questioning sets my radar off. I'm not sure I can tell you that either.
Please, it's very important.
I'm sorry.
Why are you so interested?
Why are you so interested in Ansel?
If he returned from the expedition, then he can tell me what happened. It's a matter of historical importance. I must know what was found.
I can only give that information to clients. I'm sorry.
Well then, what if I also hired you to find him? Then you can tell me what you uncover, yes?
Technically, he was right, but D's 700 emeralds bought a lot of silence. Tell you
Yeah.
what, if you can match my client's price, then I'll share the information with you.
What price is that?
800 emeralds. I'm a detective, not a saint.
800? I'm just an assistant professor. I can't afford that much. Is there anything else you want?
New quest. Take advantage of Cutter. Wow. Yes.
About your offer, do you still want to hire me?
Yes, I do. Is there anything else I can offer you?
Isn't knowledge priceless? I want access to the knowledge pharmacy.
But you're not a student.
No, I'm not. But having access to those pills could help me in my investigations.
You know, you're right. Professor Wogglebug,
Yes, Cutter.
this woman is now temporarily on staff, with all the privileges that entails.
Are you sure about that, Cutter? Knowledge is a precious thing to waste on those who don't deserve it.
She's worthy,
Excuse
Professor.
me.
Very well, Cutter. Young lady, if you seek knowledge about anything, come and see me.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We have now taken advantage of Cutter.
So, tell me about yourself, Cutter.
Me? Oh, I'm not that interesting.
I find you very interesting, Cutter.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Petra.
Well, okay. What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
Oh, just some little village on the far side of Mount Munch. You've never heard of it.
So you're a munchkin.
Yes, it was a long time ago, though I still wear the blue.
I was gonna say, it's like he's wearing blue. Everybody tends to wear a specific color in, they color coordinate with their country.
What brought you to the university?
I wanted to learn, mostly. My village was so isolated, and there's so much out there.
So why come here? Why learn about the wonders of Oz through books and magic pills? Isn't it better to go and experience them for yourself?
Yeah, I could do that, but I'm not really the rugged explorer type. Besides,
Yeah,
I'm
don't
more
say.
interested in history. I wanted to learn, and this was the best place to do it. So I came here.
Why are you so interested in history?
Things have changed so much. The Phanphasm War was the first real disaster we had. It changed everything. New laws, new policies, new defenses. We have forgotten what life was like before.
Not all of us.
So you understand. You see how important it is to preserve our history before we forget what we used to be. Well,
You certainly have a passion, Cutter.
we all need one.
I think yours is more worthy than most. Did I say that? Did I really say that? I must be getting soft. Let's talk about something else.
I
Thanks
think
for
we're
your
it.
time,
I think
Cutter.
that's it. I
Leaving
think we're
already?
good.
I mean, sure. Anytime.
Okay, so
Hello, Professor.
Yes, yes,
about that
About your
machine.
machine.
yes.
I'd like a knowledge pill.
Cutter gave you permission, so it seems you are allowed. It's against my judgment, but you seem capable enough. Go over and use the machine whenever you wish.
Good.
Let's talk about...
Let's just
Thanks
end the
for-
Good evening to
conversation.
you.
How do I use this machine?
Simply face the machine and say, I desire knowledge.
You're pulling my leg.
I am pulling nothing. You receive no knowledge unless you ask for it.
Fine. Here goes. I desire knowledge.
People,
Give
Dorothy
me the
Gale.
public record of Dorothy Gale.
So all of a sudden, boom, we have notes, pills. Dorothy Gale, a known companion of the Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, and the Lion, Dorothy Gale came to Oz 40 years ago via a magic storm. Little is known of her adventures, but in the process she destroyed the Eastern and Western witches, both of whom were known to be cruel and tyrannical. Hailed as a hero, Dorothy's only wish was to return home. Her wish was granted, but fate brought young Dorothy to Oz again and again. Eventually, Dorothy decided to stay and live in Oz. Currently, Dorothy lives in the Royal Palace and is a good friend of Queen Ozma. So we can keep
Give
going
me the
and just
public
like
record of the lion.
consume all the things. So the Lion, known companion of Dorothy Gale, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Woodman, the Lion ruled the forests of Quadling Country for several years before earning his law degree at the Royal University. The Lion is without peer in his field, though few can afford his services. Interesting. So yeah, we can just keep going and just boom. I may go ahead and just swallow all the pills and just kind of intersperse little bits of knowledge here and there throughout the series. I haven't decided yet, but that's all we can do for here right now. So we need to leave the university. And of course, the next place we need to do is we need to go to the docks to see General Ginger and see if she can give us any information about Ansel. But that's gonna have to wait until next time because we're all out of time for today. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to prod the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some
Cheerio!
crazy and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though
This
we
guy's
got
not your
no
average
money,
scumbag.
sure
He's
is
closer
funny.
to the slits his own mother's
Everything's
throat
better with just
variety.
all ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'd
We don't
know more
worry
if I'd
about
examined him,
tomorrow,
but
we just
Actor
do,
B, thank you.
what we wanna do tonight.
Actor A,
Waking up at
thank you.
sundown, the world's our playground, and we don't even